football time in East Central Ohio.
From ABC Sports and WBNV, Barnesville Woodsfield's 93 BNV. Now it's time to head to the field for tonight's game on WBNV.
93 BNV.
Good evening and welcome to another night of high school football here on WBNV Radio 93.5 and also coming to you tonight on YRP TV through YouTube and Facebook and also at our yourradioplace.com. I'm Jeff Stevens along with Mark Brown and our director and cameraman Brett Klein tonight. We are in Woodsfield for the first time this year with the Monroe Central Seminoles hosting the Barnesville Shamrocks. Seminoles at 1-3 on the year, and the Shamrocks at 4-0. Well, Mark, this game, these astute fans of both Monroe Central and Barnesville will probably say, we talked about this last week, that this game's usually later in the year.
Yes.
But, the games were moved up in the schedule because of some schedule changes, and also Barnesville playing 2 years in a row here in Woodsfield in order for the balance of 5-5 as far as home and away.
Right. Of course, Barnesville, 3 or 4 teams this year they had to add to their schedule. Most of those all coming up in the next half of the season because of them getting into the Buckeye 8 next year and some teams dropping Barnesville. They picked up some West Virginia schools, and, of course, those will be filled, some of those spots next year with Buckeye 8 teams. But I understand this will be the week from now on for these two teams, correct?
As long as they keep playing.
Right.
Also, get through some of our sponsors here for our Monroe Central and Barnesville games. Our pregame, the national anthem, will come to you live here shortly. That is sponsored by Southeastern Ohio Credit Union. In-game kickoffs by Valentine Insurance. All first downs by Con Services. Touchdowns sponsored by Kemp Insurance Agency. Scoreboard updates, Surgeon Construction. Video replays by High Street Seneca. And post-game, we will have a Barnesville Player of the Game sponsored by Dairy Queen. And also a Defensive Player of the Game for each team sponsored by Rock's Pizza Shop in Barnesville. But that will be a Monroe Central and a Barnesville defensive player.
And we appreciate them jumping on board and hopefully see them more.
And also our other in-game sponsors, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital, Baker & Son Equipment Company, Doane Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Bicon Services, and Dutro Ford Lincoln Nissan. And we do appreciate all those sponsors throughout the year. Well, week 5 already, Mark. Hard to believe.
Yeah, halfway through the season after this evening. Pretty amazing. Barnesville 4-0. For those that follow the Shamrocks, know that they are going for regular season, number 41 in a row tonight. The second place record is 42. They are hoping to get that next week against a very good opponent. We'll talk about that later. But trying for number 41 tonight here in Woodsfield. But they've been playing well. They seem to have hardly dropped a notch since last year with the graduation of several major seniors, and people have just come in and stepped in, and it's been the next man up.
And Seminoles are 1-3, coming off a loss last week at Caldwell. And now we'll step aside in live coverage of our national anthem and invocation, brought to you by Southeastern Ohio Credit Union.
Let us all be in that attitude of prayer. God our Father, we come to you tonight offering our praise and thanksgiving for the beauty and glory of this day and the majestic creation you have set before us. We pray, Heavenly Father, for your blessing upon this evening's event. You have created us to strive for the best. Grant to all the athletes, coaches, and fans strength to pursue excellence during tonight's game. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm as they use their abilities on the field of competition, and that good sportsmanship prevails. At its conclusion, we ask for safe travel back to our homes. But let us always remember and never forget those who have worn and those who are now wearing the uniform of this great country. We pray your blessing on those that guard and defend our freedoms, both past and present, and for their sacrifice that made all of this possible. Bless this event this evening, and God bless these United States. Amen.
We live in a country with freedoms like no other. Please join us in standing, removing your caps for the Star Spangled Banner sung by the Monroe Central sophomore Miss Addie McGuire. And Seminole fans, please remain standing for the playing of our Monroe Central alma mater.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. Allwell is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, Allwell.
At Abel's, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work, lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades. We do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Abels.
I was sitting in my car, and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood, and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door, and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
High school football
From ABC Sports on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield.
93 BNV.
Back here at Monroe Memorial Park in Coach Chuck Briggs' press box. Coach Briggs, a former coach here at Monroe Central, that passed away about 19 years ago, and the press box was dedicated in his name. The coin toss was in favor of Monroe Central. They will receive the opening kickoff. So when the Seminoles come out on offense, their interior line will consist of Ashton Lambatis, Lucas Stiver, center Parker Seifert, Talon Steed, and Braden Baker. Receivers will be Max Dimchak, Corbin Farnsworth, and Gabe Eng. running backs A.J. Rudder, Jet Kaiser, and quarterback Cooper Howe. Defensively for Barnesville, their interior four-man front will be Christian Hannes, Gavin Morris, Caden Berry, and Kobe Jones. Linebacker Evan Carpenter taking the spot tonight of Colt Carpenter, as Colt Carpenter is out with an injury. Also linebacker Hines Ford, Logan Craker, and Trey Tolliver. Defensive backs Cole Francis, Jack Anderson, and Joel Detling. As I mentioned, Colt Carpenter will not be playing for Barnesville tonight, and for Monroe Central, one of their linebackers, Owen Howard, is also out injured. So each team without a regular starter. As Mark mentioned earlier, Barnesville going for their 41st consecutive regular season win. Seminoles this year are 1-3. They'd lost a 1-point game in week 1 at Liberty Union, then dropped a game to Bel Air, defeated River, and then lost last week at Caldwell, where the Shamrocks at 4-0, having defeated Fort Fry, Meadowbrook, Bel Air, and Buckeye Local. Now, we're just a couple minutes away, really just under 5 minutes away from the start. And while we're at it, I'm going to give you the offensive lineups here for Barnesville. The tight end will be Logan Craker. Interior line of Mac Cassiopo, Austin Armstrong, Christian Hannes, Dylan Lucas, and Gavin Morris. Wide receivers tonight will be Phoenix Graham and Joel Detling. Running backs Trey Tolliver and Kobe Jones, and quarterback Cole Francis. Seminoles defensively will come with a front of Corbin Farnsworth, Braden Baker, Drew Londefelt, Ashton Lambatis, and Lucas Stiver. Linebackers Jet Kaiser, A.J. Rudder, Carter Fry, and defensive backs Max Demchek, Cooper Howe, and Braden Stempert. Place kickers for Monroe Central will be Wyatt Cohen, and for the Seminoles will be Luis Garcia. And I think last week when we were doing the Barnesville game, I think I misspoke late in the game there and said that Luis Garcia was 11 for 11 in his extra point kicks, when he is actually 12 of 12 for the year. He had 4 for 4 against Bel Air, and then was 8 of 8 last week. And Garcia's kickoffs last week, which he had several opportunities, were very high and deep inside the 5-yard line in several cases. So that's also a weapon that's very, very big to a team if you can kick the ball down that deep and put the other team's offense in difficult starting territory. And we will see Barnesville kicking off here in just a few moments. And again, very glad to have an additional sponsor tonight of some defensive players of the game. Bruce and Danielle Habig, and Rock's Pizza, a new pizza shop has just opened up in Barnesville, and they will sponsor a Barnesville defensive player and a Monroe Central defensive player. Shamrocks across the way have taken the field. They'll be dressed in all white tonight with their green helmets, and the Seminoles will be out here momentarily with red jerseys and black numbers, and also black pants. And I think I've covered about everything there is to cover here, and we're just ready for that kickoff. And while you stepped away, I went ahead and did both offenses and defenses for both teams.
You're the man.
On that, just to do. And I even admitted to a mistake that I made last week, which I think Brett's still trying to want to reach over here and slap my hands for.
What was that?
I didn't give Luis Garcia credit for enough extra point kicks last week. I said he was 11 for 11 when he's actually 12 of 12 for the year.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised somebody didn't catch that and already point that out to me. Usually any mistakes you make, there's somebody there to point out that you made a mistake.
Oh, always. Well, just like Barnesville, for those not here, we're looking right into the sun, but we're hoping by the end of the first quarter it should be gone. So,
waiting on the arrival of the Seminoles to take the field here. I might mention there at the beginning, the on vacation tonight was given by Mr. Rusty Atkinson, and the national anthem singer tonight was Miss Adeline McGuire. Addie is a sophomore at Monroe Central High School. She is a volleyball player. Barnesville fans that were in attendance at the volleyball game Wednesday night here at Monroe Central also heard her sing there, and then she's a varsity starter as a sophomore, and she sang the national anthem last year at the state championship basketball game in Dayton, and it turned out that was the game that Monroe Central played. So, Addie does a nice job, and glad to have her do that, and it really sounds nice. Seminoles now taking the field, dressed in their red jerseys, black numbers, black pants, gold helmets. And we'll be ready to go here momentarily. A.J. Redder out, and as a tradition here at Monroe Central, puts the flaming spear into the 50-yard line. And we'll be ready to go. Good following here from the crowd at Barnesville across the way. Not a lot of seating on the visitors' side. People may have also noticed as I looked there at the Seminoles led out then by a horse and rider also that they also have done here
sort
for
of like
for
you
many
see down
years.
Florida State.
But as I said, Monroe Central won the toss today, and they elected to receive. And I believe that's the first time this year that Barnesville will not have the first possession to open the game. The officiating crew tonight, referee is Kelly Green. And again, looking out at the people and the names, I'm not familiar with some of these officials. Seminoles will go right to left on your TV if you are with us on YRP TV. As they always say there, go right to left on your radio dial. A.J. Redder and Braden Stempert will be deep for the Seminoles. And Luis Garcia will tee it up. And we're just a couple of moments away from football, Week 5, Shamrocks and Seminoles.
We did try to get the word out to Luis that his parents in Spain could watch and listen to us. Hopefully he got that word and they're enjoying the game. Of course, there it's around midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, but I'm sure they could stay up to watch him. And he kicks off.
And there's another high kick down deep. That's about inside the 5-yard line. Rudder out across the 15 to about the 20 where he'll be brought down. And one of these, Joel Detling and Evan Wells, I believe, on the tackle there. So Seminoles will take over now their first possession of this game at their own 21-yard line. Cooper Howe is the quarterback. He's a junior.
His brother, of course, was the quarterback last year that gave Barnesville fits. And Cooper himself here was his main target when he threw the ball.
Yeah, Cooper was a receiver and a running back for the first 2 years, but has taken over as the quarterback. Seminoles a little bit confusion here, and they too many people on the field. I'm not sure there, but now a lot of movement. Something's not looking real good here for the Seminole offenses. You got people changing play clock
down to 9 seconds.
Yeah, still got plenty of time to get a play off. Finally trips to the left, and all kind of movement. Everybody moved except the center. And that's going to be 5 yards against the Seminoles.
Wow, that's not how you want to get started.
That's a whole lot of stuff going on for nothing happening.
Procedure against the Seminoles.
So that'll make it a 1st and 15. And that's not a situation you want to start out in, especially against this Barnesville defense.
Again, we'll come with the 2 receivers left and 3 to the right. Howe alone in the backfield. They check the plays. Howe, quick out. Pass is complete. They'll get the penalty yardage back. Dimchak is the receiver. And put the ball down at about the 23-yard line. Pick up about 7 or 8 yards. But that's what Monroe Central will need to do, is maintain some possessions with the short passing game, in my opinion. Again, Howe alone. There's a quick pass over the middle. Complete. That's Jet Kaiser. He'll be brought down about the 30, 31-yard line. He's very close to the first down. And no signal yet from the officials.
3rd and very short, it looks like.
And I think they're going to stop play here, and they say it is a first down, and that is a Bicon Services first down for Monroe Central. So he must have picked up about 8 yards.
And that was
Kaiser on the reception.
Kaiser, gotcha.
Out to the 31-yard line.
Just a quick hitter.
So Howe 2 for 2 in the early going here, and they Seminoles pick up at Bicon Services first down. Again, another quick out here to Demchak, trying to get a block, but there's a lot more white shirts there than what there is blockers. I see Hines Ford. I see Joel Detling. Logan Craker. Evan Carpenter's also there. And that play is going to lose a couple of yards.
Lost it to him a play. Second down, 12.
You can see the Shamrock defenders creeping up even more here because of the short passes. Again, Howe is alone in the backfield. But receivers, again, another quick out across the middle. That's caught. A short gain. That's Kaiser. The ball's loose. And Shamrocks, I believe, have it. Yes, they do.
Pass complete to Jet Kaiser.
Kaiser with the catch, and he fumbled it, trying to get extra yardage.
And I think that might be Hannes.
That's why I'm trying to look and get the number there.
Christian Hannes, I believe.
Yes, it was. And Christian, of course, had the interception last week also. So
at the 30, so Barnesville will start now at the 34-yard line. Game's first turnover, and what you really don't want to do if you're Monroe Central is give Barnesville a short field. And they are at the Monroe Central 34-yard line.
This will be a sweep to the left to Tulliver. He's got some room. He's got the outside, and he is gone, and a touchdown on the first offensive possession of the game for Barnesville. 34-yard touchdown run for Tulliver.
I'd like to know how many times so far this year the Shamrocks have had possessions of one play.
Yeah, good question. It's been several.
But that's a 34-yard run. And Luis Garcia, that 9:57 left. And that is a Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown.
Bad snap, but Wells gets it down, and it's good. Snap a little bit behind Evan Wells. He's able to reach back and get it down in time for Garcia to put it up. And with 9:57 to go in the first quarter, it's Barnesville 7, Monroe Central nothing. We'll be back in a minute.
WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital provides a variety of inpatient and outpatient care close to home. Experience top-tier healthcare and cutting-edge technology, and a place where you are more than just a patient, your family. State-of-the-art facilities and a dedicated team of doctors and nurses are committed to providing exceptional care tailored to your needs. All of the skilled professionals use the latest technology to ensure you receive the best care possible. WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital would like to wish good luck to the Barnesville Shamrocks.
Back here at Monroe Memorial Park in Woodsfield, where the Shamrocks have recovered a fumble, and then in one play, 34-yard touchdown run by Trey Tolliver, and 7-0 Shamrocks. Stempert and Rudder will be deep from Monroe Central. They'll await the Valentine Insurance kickoff.
And, if you're Monroe Central or a fan, you have to be upset. Just kind of a gut punch there, losing that fumble. You give the young man credit that fumbled. He was, just fighting for extra yardage, but that's when they get popped out a lot of times.
That's a low line drive kick. It's going to be picked up there by Rudder at about the 15. He has room up the middle, across the 50, 45, into Shamrock territory at about the 42-yard line. A.J. Rudder. And that'll give the Seminole fans something to cheer about. Yeah, he just shot right up the middle, and basically nobody touched him. And they'll put the ball down at the 41-yard line.
Luis Garcia was the last man there. He tried the tackling. They don't do that in soccer, I don't think. But he slowed him up a little bit.
I am told, though, by someone that knows a little bit about Spain, that rugby is a big sport over there. So maybe he has some rugby.
Well, it didn't show on that one.
But Seminoles now at their Barnesville 41-yard line. Again, 3 receivers left, 2 right. Howe alone in the backfield. And there's a quick spin out here for Kaiser. Short gain. He'll be tripped up and dropped by, that's Hines Ford. That's a 2-yard gain.
Pick up a 2 on the play, 2nd down 8.
Oh, now what?
Second down 8.
I tell you what, Howell now 5 for 5.
And he's going to run this time, and he'll be tripped up as he gets back down the line of scrimmage. Nice play there by, that's Gavin Morris, I believe, had a hand on his foot. Pickup of about a yard.
Pickup of a yard on the play, 3rd and 7.
Third down and 7. 4 down territory, the ball at the Shamrock 38. Again, a quick out. Dimchak complete. He'll be dropped short of the first down. And that, I believe, was Jack Anderson.
Yes.
Yeah, Jack Anderson came up and made the play. Good tackle. It's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. Ball at the 34. And 4th down, obviously, Seminoles in this position on the field, trailing 7-0. We'll go for it. As you said there, all the passes are complete by the Seminoles thus far.
Yeah, they're 6 for 6.
But for very short yardage on them. It's just like a running play. Howell, they're quick out here to Dimchak. He'll break a tackle and be caught short of the first down. He had no blockers, and there were 3 Shamrocks there. And that's a pickup of about a yard.
I'll tell you, Evan Carpenter made that tackle, but give Dimchak credit. I mean, he got more than I thought he would get with 3 defenders in his face.
Initially looked like he was going to be stopped in the backfield for loss. He did get a yard, but he needed 3.
So Barnesville will take over now, 1st and 10.
And
it looks on their own 33.
Yes, their own 33-yard line. Shamrocks leading 7-0. 8:02 remaining first quarter. Barnesville recovering a fumble on the first Monroe Central possession and going into the end zone on the first play.
Cole Francis under center, gives it to, this will be, let's check here and make sure. It's Tolliver, yes,
it was
okay.
Tolliver. Not much room off the left side, but he still will get forward and gain. He'll still get about 4 yards.
Yeah, I didn't think he got that much either. That'll bring up a 2nd and 6.
And that's the surge of that line on that left side. There is, is Braxton Byers, and I think Matt Cassiopo is over on the left side.
2nd and 6, Shamrocks. Francis under center, 1 back, 2 backs, and this will be Tolliver again as he pitches. Tolliver gets the first down, and he will pick up about 7 yards.
Bicon Services first down for Tolliver.
This time he went to the right on that sweep. That's and then he cut it back in and picked up 7 yards, first down. Shamrocks to the line, I formation. Kobe Jones, fullback. This will be a fake to Tolliver. That goes back. The ball is tipped, hits the ground, and that will be incomplete.
Good pressure. I'm not sure who got a hand up and deflected the ball on that side. They say Corbin Farnsworth got a hand on that pass and deflected it, and it falls incomplete.
And that was intended for Kobe Jones, the fullback out of the backfield. And he was open there, Jeff. Just a good job there by Farnsworth to bat it down. That'll bring up now a 2nd and 10. The ball on Barnesville's own 45.
Yeah, Corbin Farnsworth on that right defensive end, about 6'3", able to get the hands up in the air.
Hand off again to Tolliver. He'll surge over the middle, and he'll pick up about 3 yards.
Kaiser, one of the tacklers there for the Seminoles, from the freshman at the inside linebacker position. Pick up of a couple, maybe 3.
So that'll bring up now a 3rd and 7. The ball on the Barnesville 47-yard line.
Normally you would think passing situation, but the strength of the Barnesville running game, I would think anything goes. They'll send 3 receivers wide left. Anderson, I'm not sure who.
All right,
also
that's
Phoenix
to be a
Graham.
pass. His screenplay set up, and this will go to Tulliver. He finds an opening. He goes through players, and he tries to cut in. He's finally taken out of bounds after a big pass play.
A Bicon Services first down. You know, a well-designed play. A lot of blockers and not much defenders down to the 22-yard line. About 30 yards. Somewhere in that area.
22. Yeah, but actually it was on the 48.
48.
So, yeah.
But it is a Bicon Services first down on a big third down conversion there by the Rocks.
First and 10. Ball on the, and this will be, I believe that was Kobe Jones. He was the only back there, and the big fullback. Yes.
He's down near the 10-yard line, and I think that may be enough for, yes, that's enough for a first down. 11-yard pickup. A Bicon Services first down there for Kobe Jones.
Give it a little over 10-yard gain. That'll put it now on the Monroe Central 11. First and 10 for the Shamrocks. Okay, this will be Tulliver up the middle. He gets stacked up after a couple of yards. Well, it looks like it may be more than that. We'll see where they put it.
We'll see. See Rudder, Gabe Ing. They'll put him down to the 5-yard line.
That'd be a 6-yard gain for Tulliver.
As we said, it didn't really look like a lot there, but that surge of the offensive line, and just even a simple play such as that, Tulliver able to get 5-6 yards down to the 5-yard line. We're just inside 5 minutes left in the opening quarter, 7-0 Shamrocks.
All right, we got 3 backs, and this will be a quick hitter. And I think that was Jones, but let's wait and see.
He's short of the goal line, down about maybe the 2.
It was Jones. That'd be a gain of about 3 for Jones. That'll bring up now a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, 3rd and 1 for a first down and 2 yards for a touchdown.
This will be Tulliver. He'll look inside, goes through, and it's a touchdown. Trey Tulliver, 2-yard touchdown run, and that's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
A Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown on a 2-yard run, Trey Tulliver. That coming at 4:08 remaining in period number 1.
Again, if you're just joining us, Colt Carpenter out tonight. From what I understand, a quad injury. I think mostly just wanting to be cautious, especially with the big game next week. Garcia will try the PAT. It is up, and it's good.
A high snap, and again, a good job there by Wells to get that down and kick through there.
So with 4:08 to go in the first quarter, it's 14-0 Barnesville. We'll take a break and be back after this.
Doan Ford is your destination for the ultimate Ford experience. Discover the thrill of the open road in a brand new Ford vehicle. Experience cutting-edge technology and safety features designed with you in mind. Whether it's the versatile Ford Escape SUV, the powerful Ford F-150, or the stylish Ford Bronco, you'll drive away with confidence, knowing you've made the right choice. Quality, service, and trust. That's the Doan Ford experience.
Shamrocks with 2 possessions and 2 touchdowns. Their opening possession, 1 play to go 34 yards. That possession, 8 plays, 67 yards on that possession.
Garcia will kick off again. His kickoff team lined up behind him.
So far this year, the easiest job on the Shamrock side is the job of the punter. I'm not sure if they've punted more than a couple of times all year.
You're right.
At least with this first group. So again, Stempert and Rudder back. Rudder, a nice return last time. This kick is high. We're going to get a whistle here at there, and I think there's somebody for the Shamrocks may have been across the line before the ball was kicked, as the official on this side threw the flag and blew the whistle. So I think that's going to cost the Shamrocks 5 yards and back the ball up to the 35-yard line.
Each team now with a 5-yard penalty.
And again, not seeing there, but again, it's just with the whistle blowing at the time there that somebody went across the line prior to the ball. I think Barnesville coaches, I think, on the far side may be trying to find out for sure who the culprit was. And the officials.
Garcia said, I put it back here now, right? Yes. There you go.
They probably didn't explain that to him ahead of time.
Well, he started setting it up on the original line, and they had to say, no, bring it back.
But this kickoff now will come from the 35-yard line. Now, somebody in a kickoff team, they're just in a hurry to get down and make a play.
Yeah. Yep. A lot of those, there's always several kids on the kickoff team that this is their main playing time in meaningful minutes, and that's where they want to.
Some younger kids get a chance to get down and make a play.
Want to get their name on the PA.
So Garcia tees this up to 35, still Rudder and Stempert deep. They're about their own 15-yard line. And again, a very high kick. Rudder will take the ball at about the 12 or 13-yard line, trying to get up the middle. Bounce the outside, gets across the 30 to about the 34-yard line.
A.J. Rudder on the return.
It's a decent return there by Rudder after a real nice return last time.
So Monroe Central now 1st and 10.
Waiting for them to put the ball down, 34-yard line. Shamrocks leading 14-0, 4:01, time remaining, period number 1. I'm looking down at the side here toward the scoreboard and around here. I'll tell you, a lot more people than the normal here. Mostly Barnesville people along the fence row,
a lot of
around
green.
the side there, and it's a real nice turnout. A beautiful night for football. Howe wants to throw, pulls it down, now tries to run to the right. He'll go out of bounds after a short gain on the far side.
Cooper Howe, the ball carrier.
He'll pick up about 2 or 3 yards. Give it 3. That's Cooper Howe's first run of the game.
They'll put him down at the 37. 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Again, a 5 wide receiver look for the Seminoles. Again, checking the side over for a signal of which plays they're going to go with. Running that play clock down inside 10. Again, Howell pass over here for Demchek. Tries to cut up field. Tries to get a block there, but a good job there. I tell you, Wells did a good job of playing off that block, and then Ford comes and makes the play.
Yeah, Wells sort of forced him and made him stay back, like you said, as he tried to get around that
about
block.
2-yard pickup to the 39.
Demchek, correct?
Demchek, yes. So make it about 3rd and about 5. But a real nice job there by Wells, occupying that blocker and not allowing the receiver to use the blocker. And then he stuffed up the play, and then Ford came and finished it off. So 3rd and 5. And whistle prior to the snap. And come from the umpire in the middle. That's usually, let's wait and see. Maybe nothing.
Well, they're sending somebody off the field for Monroe Central.
Howe came off the field.
Well,
the officials have the ability to do this after a play if they feel that there might have been an injury, especially a head injury.
Well, nobody's even really talking to Howe.
But the run by Howe was out of bounds 2 plays ago, and then this last pass was a quick completed pass. So Jet Kaiser will now step back in there and take this snap as the quarterback. And he will try to throw it. Throws the ball downfield. The ball's off the hands of the intended receiver. That's Farnsworth. Wells, I believe, is there.
Incomplete. Evan Wells in coverage. 4th down 5.
Good throw. I mean, he's had nice distance on it.
Yeah, that a little
First
bit
time we've seen him go deep.
A little bit of a mystery to me there, on the fact that the official sent Howe to the sideline. We'll see if he's back on the field because he's standing down there by himself on the sideline right now. Jet Kaiser back in punt formation for the Seminoles. Good snap. Kicks away. It's a nice high kick, not real deep. Taking it to 23-yard line by Graham.
Having Phoenix Graham, he only picks up a couple before he's brought down.
Nice play there by Carter Fry.
Brought down by Carter Fry.
Carter Fry, a freshman on special teams coverage. And Barnesville will start their third possession now, just past their own 30-yard line.
.253 to go in the first quarter. Barnesville up 14-0.
Well, Shamrocks
You're listening on the radio.
Yeah, Shamrocks had a short field on their first possession and scored. A little bit longer on the second possession. Now they're at their own 30 to start this one.
Francis back. He's going to go deep. He's got two wide receivers wide open, and he overthrows him. Wow.
That's great. Phoenix Graham.
I'll tell you, Graham and
Detling, I believe.
Detling were both wide open. They'd beaten their men, and Francis just overthrew him. There was
not a defensive back within probably 7 or 8 yards of both of those players. But just not able to time that one up. Sometimes the guy's too wide open to get there. But yeah, if they make connections on that, that's another one-play drive because Graham would be able to get to the end zone easily.
So this will be a handoff to Tulliver. He'll go. He spins off a tackle and then goes down after about a 6-yard gain. He was hit hard there by right on the line of scrimmage. He just spun off it, and then Kaiser's able to bring him down 2 or 3 yards later. I
think Drew Londa felt maybe.
6 on the play, 3rd down 4.
He had the first contact, but he does get out across the 35 to almost the 37. So, what'd you give him, about 6?
Yes. 3rd and 4. Barnesville.
Well, now they just scooted the ball up a half a yard and closer to the 37.
High formation, Tulliver deep. Pitch to Tulliver. This is the play he scored the first touchdown on. He breaks through. He gets the first down. He'll pick up about 5 or 6 yards.
A Bicon Services first down run there by Trey Tulliver, about the 43-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Shamrocks. They forced Tulliver inside on that one as opposed to the first touchdown where he was able to get outside and just outrun everybody.
That's the whole name of the game, the outside defenders, to force that runner back into the inside and let the inside people make the play. Force it back to your linebackers.
Francis drops back the pass, and he's going to be sacked. I'll tell you what, he didn't have much time there. He dropped back, and he had 2 or 3 defenders on him. And that'll be a loss of about 4 to 5 yards. We'll see where they put it. 5 yards.
Could not tell right away there who made that play, but defensively there, your inside people, Braden Baker, Drew Londefeld, and Ashton Lombatis are your 3 down linemen in the middle, along with Corbin Farnsworth. Was able to get pressure. That's to be the first sack of the night. A rare 2nd down and long, 2nd and 15 for the Shamrocks.
All right, this will be a pitch to Tulliver to the right. He's going to try to get outside. There's a flag, and he will pick up about 6 yards, but we'll see what the call is.
Normally, that will result in a holding call.
And that's what it is.
Holding against the Shamrocks.
I don't know if you noticed, Jeff, but the lineman or the official threw that flag. He threw it and hit Tulliver right in the helmet with it.
So it becomes 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So it takes it back to the 32-yard line.
So first a sack and then a holding penalty, and Barnesville back to 10.
Because the holding call was past the line of scrimmage, it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So that's where you get this 2nd and 21.
All right, fakes pitch. This will be Francis. He's under pressure. He throws it up there, and that is for Phoenix. Graham.
Graham caught the ball, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah.
Barnesville people on the far side cheering, but he was well out of bounds. But there was a flag thrown also. I'm going to hold on, but I think I know what this call is going to be.
Okay.
And
you got one up on me. I don't even see the flag, so.
It's right in front of the bench here.
Okay.
Okay. It's
sideline warning.
It's my favorite call. The sideline warning. Let's see, which one of those guys down there? So the pass was incomplete. It was caught, but Graham was well out of bounds. No question about that.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's now 3rd and 21.
I tell you what, I don't know who it was there. Nobody picked up, and he was come down on Graham, and Graham had to really loft it up high.
Yes, it could have been Lucas Stiver, the defensive end on this side, had pressure on him. Francis had to unload that ball in a hurry.
And he had to throw it high to keep it from getting batted down. So 3rd and 21.
The clock running now. Shamrocks do not have to run a play. They're going to stay in the huddle and let the quarter expire. So at the end of 1 period of play from Monroe Memorial Park, Barnesville 14 and Monroe Central nothing. Back with quarter number 2.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
Period number 2 ready to get underway. Shamrocks on their 3rd possession of the game. They have scored the first 2 possessions. They were facing a 3rd and 21 after a sack and a holding penalty has backed them up now to their own 32-yard line. It's like Graham and Detling will split out here to the left.
$209. Bring it to the press box.
Shotgun formation, Francis back. And he's going to roll left. He's got somebody on his back there, and he's just going to throw it away. Wow. I tell you what, Monroe Central getting good pressure on him.
Yes, again, real good job. Real good job from the backside.
He had 2 or 3 people there right behind him.
If you're on our YRP TV broadcast tonight, you're catching those instant replays courtesy of High Street Seneca. And also courtesy of Brett Klein, who triggers those instant replays. So Shamrocks are now punting. And who punts for Barnesville?
I can't even remember. I don't think it's happened since the first game.
I think it's Ford. That's a very high kick, not real deep, but very, very high. A fair catch called, and the ball came loose. But this is going to be an unpopular call on Barnesville. But they said he was down, and I'm looking to see. The fans don't like it, but I don't see any of the coaches having anything to say about it.
Well, it's right in front of the Barnesville bench, and Blake Allen is talking to him right now, but he's not adamant.
So they'll put the ball down on the 35-yard line.
And Blake sort of just, you got to be kidding me, but he walked away.
Well, I'll be honest with you. From here, it looked like a very quick whistle.
So regardless, it will be Monroe Central ball And they'll have it right on their own 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
This is their 4th possession of the game. Seminoles have completed a lot of passes, but for not very much yardage.
Well, Cooper Howell is actually 8 for 8, but only about maybe 20 yards. Okay,
Well,
now what?
We're still getting a delay here as the head referee, Kelly Green, over addressing someone on the Barnesville sideline, talking to Coach Allen, I believe. Well, they're walking down to the far side. I have no idea.
They're going to repunt?
I have no idea. The only thing I can think of here is an inadvertent whistle.
Okay, that's very possible. You're right.
I would say that is determined an inadvertent whistle. So that put the ball back at the 32-yard line. The chains need to reset because they'd already moved. Be interesting to see.
Looking at the official that maybe have blown that. Looks like he's a young guy.
He may have blown the whistle too soon, so they'll go back and re-kick. Now we'll get another whistle. And Monroe Central will spend a timeout.
Timeout, Monroe Central.
So once again, we get a whole lot of nothing going on here. Just underway, second quarter, 14-0 Shamrocks. I'm going to check next door and see if anybody over there got the interpretation, what they think that call was.
And by the way, Kobe Jones is the punter.
Okay. So I blew that one this week.
Just a reminder for the Barnesville listeners, if you're interested, the Barnesville reserve team will play at home tomorrow at Barnesville, and that will be against Indian Creek. The Barnesville cross-country team will be at Caldwell tomorrow. They have a large invitational, about 15, 20 teams. And those are the two activities going on tomorrow in Barnesville Athletics.
The consensus of the knowledgeable people next door, who will not be identified, was inadvertent whistle, and that's a break Seminoles because it was definitely a fumble.
Well, I thought it was too, because it just looked like it went right down his front and right onto the ground.
But the official was standing a little bit, was behind, and may not have had a good look. But that's a lot of times, you can blow that whistle way too quick. And I think that's what happened there. So once again, punting.
Yeah. Kobe Jones, a low snap, but he gets it up.
That's, again, a very high kick. It's going to hit and be fielded back about the 25-yard line. The runner still on his feet and be brought out of bounds. So that re-kick ended up costing Monroe Central 10 yards. Kaiser was the returner, had nowhere to go.
Logan Craker, I think, with the first hit.
So they put the ball down at the 25-yard line. And if not for the inadvertent whistle before, the Seminoles would put the ball in play at the 35. So all that exchange in cost Monroe Central 10 yards, or profited Barnesville 10 yards, depending on how you want to look at it.
That's right. Because Barnesville had recovered it.
Yes. So once again, three receivers right.
Howell is back
left.
in the game.
Yeah, Howell's back alone in the backfield. Under some pressure, now he's going to run. He's back to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be hit from behind. Jones caught him from behind, who had the initial pressure, and then caught from behind, so Howell gets a gain of a yard.
Second and 9.
Just underway here in the second quarter. Barnesville leading 14-0. Seminoles at their own 26-yard line. Howell wants to throw. Again, short pass caught, but wrapped up immediately. That is Graham, I believe, Phoenix Graham. Dimchak made the catch, and they're going to put him down at the 24-yard line. That's going to lose a couple of yards.
That's actually a 3-yard loss.
Lost to the 24-yard line, 3rd down, 11.
Seminoles have had a couple of different completions. They've had completed passes, but they've been negative yards. 3rd down and 11.
Barnesville very good at pursuing the ball, and getting to it quickly, as they just saw there.
We'll see if the Seminoles maybe take a shot downfield. Play clock down just inside 10. Howe drops once again to throw. Got some pressure. He'll get a short gain to the left side. Craker was one of the first men to make a hit on him. He's past the line of scrimmage. Looks like they'll put Howe down at the 29-yard line. About a 5-yard pickup.
Craker, as we said, with the stop.
But that will send Jet Kaiser into punt formation. And see who's back. Colt Carpenter's usually back. Looks like
Detling and I believe Phoenix Graham.
Yes. Line drive kick over the left.
This will be Detling.
About the 37.
Staying in bounds, goes in, gets it, cuts it back, and he'll finally run out of room. And he'll be tackled right about the Barnesville 48-yard line. Maybe 47, depending on where they put it down.
Braden Stempert, I believe, on that tackle. Looks like they'll put 48. That is in Barnesville territory. Again, 9:19 left, period number 2, 14-0 Barnesville. This will be the Shamrocks' 4th possession. 2 touchdowns and a punt thus far. Francis under center.
Up, and there's a fumble, and I think Monroe Central may have it. Yep.
Lucas Stiver.
And that was a fumble there on Hines Ford. It was really just on the exchange. Francis just didn't get it in there real clearly, and it just sort of popped out before Hines could even get a hold on it.
So
that'll be the first turnover of the game now for Barnesville. Each team with 1.
Each team has lost a fumble. So Monroe Central now at the 48-yard line in Barnesville territory. I'd say each team, the exchange definitely didn't look good there between the quarterback and the running back on that. They just did not mesh well, and the ball hit the ground, and Lucas Stiver makes that recovery. Again, 3 receivers come right for the Seminoles. Howe faked the pass and it go across the middle to Kaiser. Has running room, and he's going to have a Blycon Services first down. Jet Kaiser all the way down to the 31-yard line. Call that 17 yards.
By far the biggest play of the game.
Howe faked like he was going to throw a little swing pass out to Rudder, and then went across the middle to Kaiser, and Blycon Services first down, 17-yard pickup for Jet Kaiser.
Well-designed play. I thought he was throwing it to the motion man also.
Again, Howe drops straight back. Getting some pressure, quick out there to the right side, goes off of the receiver's hands, and Gabe Eng was the intended receiver, incomplete.
Jeff, that's Cooper Howe's first incomplete pass. He was 10 for 10 going into that.
That's hard to believe.
Yeah.
But it's been short passing. Like I said, there's been a lot of gains of 0 or maybe even negative yardage. I guess you wouldn't have a gain for negative yardage, would you?
2 receptions for negative yardage. Maybe that's it.
Thank you.
Second and 10.
2nd and 10. Again, man in motion. And this time they will swing it out to Rudder. Tries to play off a couple blocks and get some running room and goes out of bounds. I think Craker made the play. And there is a flag.
I think it may have been a face mask or a horse collar.
It is a personal foul face mask against the Shamrocks. So that's going to take the play gained 11 yards.
And that was to
the 20 to Rudder. And then the 10-yard penalty will take it down to the 10-yard line where it'll be first down and probably first and goal. And that is a Blycon Services first down. A nice job by Rudder there, playing off a couple of blocks. It really did not look like he had a lot of running room, but he's able to get upfield and get positive yardage.
Well, I've been very impressed with the Monroe Central receivers. Whoever doesn't get the ball in those short passes usually does a pretty good job of blocking out there for the one that does.
This time the 3 receiver formation will go to the left. Again, to the right, so no running backs with Howe in the backfield. Play clock still at 20.
Again, Monroe Central trying to keep the ball away from Barnesville's offense as much as they can.
But the clock at 8 minutes on a moving clock. How to throw. Across the middle, and it's intercepted.
And this will be
up the sideline.
They stepped out of bounds.
Stepped out of bounds, it looks like. And who is the interceptor?
So, intercepted by Hines Ford.
Of course.
Steps out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. First down, Shamrocks.
And they will put the ball down at the, see where they're going to mark it down at. He stepped out of bounds at about the 27, it looks like.
Well, from our view here and with me watching in the binoculars, Jeff, you know, I thought the receiver was wide open myself, and then he threw the ball right to him. And this could be a touchdown. And Hines Ford just came out of nowhere.
And if he hadn't stepped out of bounds on the far side, I'm not sure it wouldn't have been long. And we get a flag thrown. And an unsportsmanlike conduct call against Monroe Central. And that's completely, teams are just lining up there. But the head referee, Kelly Green, who was still on the defensive side of the ball, obviously heard something he didn't like. And that will put the ball now out to the 42-yard line.
Sportsmanlike against the Seminoles. It's ball to the 42-yard line.
Wow, it's been a crazy past minute or two, Jeff. So Barnesville, 1st and 10.
You go to enough ball games, you see everything.
Yes, you do. You're right. All right, this will be a handoff, and this is a big gain. And
that's Francis.
Francis kept it. Faked it. He will step out of bounds.
That's just a straight quarterback run up the middle.
To add 8 yards on to whatever.
Bicon Services first down to the 20, call it the 27-yard line.
It'd be a 31-yard gain for Francis. That's his first carry of the game. And he did fake a handoff there. I thought he gave it to Tolliver, and then he just kept it, went right.
But again, I'm sure the defense also,
yes,
taking the fake, and Francis just went up the middle and shows that he has pretty good speed. So now at the 27-yard line.
All right, again, this will be Francis. I believe he direct snap, and he sometimes in those formations they'll snap it to one of the other backs. I believe. Yeah, that's Evan Wells in the game now at quarterback. The sophomore backup quarterback.
8 yards, 2nd down 2.
8-yard gain. Now I'm wondering now who carried the ball in the last time?
I think it was.
Okay.
I think it was Francis.
All right, this will be Evan Wells again. This time they'll give it to Tolliver. Tolliver will spin down. He will pick up the first down.
Now Francis in taking the snaps on that play, didn't he?
Pick up to the 14-yard line. First down, Shamrock.
And Bicon Services first down.
8-yard gain.
Ball now at the 14-yard line.
Francis in under center. Again, a pitch to Tolliver. Tolliver trying to get outside. He will cut. He'll make a little bit there before he steps out of bounds. He'll pick up about 6 yards, it looks like. Cooper Howell with the tackle, or knocking him out of bounds anyway.
Looks like they'll put the ball down at about the 8-yard line.
6 yards.
Yeah, so that's still 6-yard pickup. 2nd and 4. Six minutes left here in period number 2.
Again, Tolliver, he'll wiggle his way through the middle there before he is stacked up. He'll be short of the first down. Looks like he'll pick up about 3 yards. He needed 4.
Ashton Lombatis first there for the Seminoles.
Lombatis with the first hit. And that'll bring up about a third and a long 1 and short 2.
Yeah, ball close to the 5-yard line. Third down and, yeah, like you said, short 2.
Again, Tolliver dives in there. He'll pick up the first down.
Yeah, Bicon Services first up, but somebody shot through the backfield and hit Tolliver in the leg and forced him down, but he's still able to fall forward to about the 2-yard line.
Tolliver now 88 yards rushing on 12 carries.
And he had the long
34-yard touchdown.
And he had the long play also on a screen pass. And that's Tolliver gets the ball. Touchdown. It's Tolliver.
That'll be a 2-yard touchdown run. 90 yards now.
And Tolliver's third touchdown of the game. 2 yards?
Yes.
That coming at
5:03.
5:03 left in the second quarter. And the Seminoles will line up and go for 2.
This will be that power I formation. It will be a pass to the back screen. And, oh, good tackle there, good play. As that pass was over to...
Dimchek made the tackle, and that point failed.
Trying to see who that is that got the ball.
Carpenter, Evan Carpenter.
Evan, okay. Barnesville trying to get 2 there, then hope to do it again and get it to 30 points. But a nice play there by Demchak, open field tackle.
Hey, while we're waiting here on that, let's do, before the kickoff here, our sponsors here, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital, Baker & Son Equipment Company, Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan, Bicon Services, West 40 Auto Sales, Village Hardware and Rental, Doane Ford. We're coming up on a Valentine Insurance kickoff. Bicon Services sponsors our first downs. That touchdown by Tolliver was a Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown. We'll get you some scores at halftime. A Surgeon Construction scoreboard update. Instant replays by High Street Seneca. A Barnesville Dairy Queen Barnesville Player of the Game. And also each team will sponsor a Defensive Player of the Game by Rock's Pizza of Barnesville. And here is that Valentine Insurance kickoff.
Again, right down to about the 5-yard line.
Ryder tries to bounce outside across the 20. And it'll be brought down about the 23-yard line. Fans down below us, thought they saw a face mask.
So did I, but it's not called. Brody Schaefer with the tackle.
And Monroe Central will start this possession at the 23-yard line.
But again, the coach is not saying anything.
Well, from what I looked at, it looked like maybe there was contact with the face mask, but he didn't actually grab it.
Probably, and I think that's what the official down there is telling Coach Calder.
But the Shamrocks turning that interception into points. Both Monroe Central turnovers have resulted in touchdown drives for the Shamrocks. 4:55 left before halftime, 20-0 Barnesville. Again, Howe under some pressure, and he's going to be sacked for a big loss by, there's 3 different Shamrocks that had a lot of pressure on.
Well, I know one in there, Christian Hannes. And that will be a loss of,
That's back to the 9-yard. That's going to be about a
15,
15-yard loss.
Now they're saying second. So.
But there were 3 Shamrocks there unblocked. And Howe had didn't even have time to think about throwing the ball away. Again, looking to throw. Pressure deep down the field. Throws it up for grab, incomplete.
Jack Anderson, I believe, on coverage.
Farnsworth was the intended receiver. And yes, I believe it was Anderson.
Jack Anderson in coverage. 3rd down, 25.
Third down and near 25 yards to go. Seminoles at their own 9-yard line.
Cooper Howell now 11 for 15. Long third down play.
Again, 4 minutes on the clock. Howell wants to throw. He'll scramble up the middle, and then will throw incomplete. And it was very near the line of scrimmage. He was able to get the ball away. Had a receiver there. He was still going to be way short of the first down.
Demchak, yeah, just stood a little bit behind him.
The ball was off his hands, but was a little bit behind. But again, the pressure and Howell trying to throw that ball off the run. So that will put Kaiser back in punt formation. And Barnesville's going to get really good field position once again. Detling and Graham back about their own 40. Now they're moving up closer to midfield. I could hear somebody on the Barnesville sideline yelling, move up. The ball's low snap, but Kaiser gets it off. It's going to hit and will now roll dead at about the 39-yard line.
Ball rolls dead to the 39-yard line, 1st down Shamrocks.
I don't know if he dropped it or if it was a low snap. Just looked back there and saw the ball on the ground. He was picking it up.
Yeah, my angle, I was looking at the receivers, and good job then by Kaiser after that, getting the ball away and something positive happening, get it out to the 39-yard line. 3:44 is the time remaining before halftime, and it's 20-0 Barnesville.
Ball on the Monroe Central 39-yard line, 1st and 10. This will be a fake pass, and he's got a man wide open. That's Phoenix Graham. He will cut and be finally brought down after a nice gain there. That'll be down about the 17-yard line.
That's going to be the Bicon Services 1st down. Yeah, Graham was wide open. The ball delivered in there by, delivered well by Francis. That's going to pick up about 22 yards.
Yeah, I thought 32. Yeah.
Yeah, 39 to the 16.
Yeah.
The Bicon Services 1st down. And Francis rolling to his left, goes back across his body to the end zone, incomplete, intended for Joel Detling. Kind of off his hands, out of bounds, incomplete.
That's intended for Joel Detling, incomplete. Gaping in coverage.
Graham now 2 of 8 throwing the ball, but he's got a total of 57 yards in yardage on the 2 completions.
I say the one was a long screen. The screen pass was turned into a big gain. Second and 10. And Kobe Jones gets the ball in the sweep to the left, just bounced off a tackler, and Kobe Jones into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be a 16-yard touchdown run for Jones.
And that is a 3-play, 39-yard drive.
Luis Garcia won't do attempt to point after.
And Garcia back to try the placement. And look good from here.
Yep. Garcia still perfect. What's that now, 16 of 16? You said it was 12 going into today?
That's 3 today, so it's 15 of 15.
Before today, correct? No, they didn't. They went for 2 points. You're right. 15 of 15 for the young man from Spain.
And try to catch up on my notes here. 16-yard run.
Yes. for Jones.
And that kicks the score to 27-0. So it's been an interesting game thus far. On some odd plays on both sides of the ball that have taken place. But still 3:12 left before halftime. Seminoles will get one more possession, or get another possession. Obviously, a couple turnovers have hurt Monroe Central, and the one there where they were down at the 10-yard line and the interception. Is
very costly,
an opportunity to maybe get some points on the board. And Garcia will tee it up at the 40-yard line for a Valentine Insurance kickoff.
Garcia will put the ball down on the 40. Jumps around a little bit, jumps up, and kicks it deep.
And over in the right sideline where Rudder gets it on about his own 5-yard line, across the 20. He'll be stopped before he gets to the 25-yard line. Again, good special teams coverage by the kickoff unit of the Shamrocks. I think they'll
about the 23 or so.
Give Rudder to about the 23.
A.J. Rudder on the return. Evan Carpenter first there for the Shamrocks.
And we've talked at other times in the past, just how valuable the kicking game is. And for a kickoff, you can kick the ball down inside the 10-yard line to be where it's caught, and then your coverage team gets down. And now, Monroe Central offense starting at the 23-yard line. That's advantage defense. Again, 3 receivers left, 2 right. Howe alone in the backfield. 3 minutes left, first half, 27-0 Barnesville.
Letting the clock run down a little bit.
But really does no good because the game clock
true,
is
but I don't think
the
you
first
realize
possession.
that.
But you get in that habit. Howe scrambles, tries to get outside, going to get a couple of yards. Craker was there on the tackle.
Craker comes up around that, limping a little bit. That'll be a 2-yard gain for Cooper Howell, the quarterback for Monroe Central. Clock running, 2:40 to go in the first half.
Seminoles have 2 timeouts remaining. Shamrocks have all 3. You could see Barnesville utilize timeouts here in order to get one more possession. Play clock now down to 10. There's that quick pass out here to Eng. He'll get near the 30-yard line where he'll be tackled to the... And Barnesville will spend that timeout.
That'd be Logan Craker again.
And they put the ball at the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 5 yards.
Pick up to the 30-yard line. Timeout, Shamrocks.
Shamrocks spending timeout. It'll be about a 3rd and 3. And again, an opportunity to get the ball back one more time before halftime.
2:07 to go.
Well, if this play that the Seminoles will run here, if it's not an incomplete pass or an out-of-bounds play, I'm sure Barnesville will spend another timeout and to get themselves good field position to try to get one more score before halftime. Now, should the Seminoles get the first down, I'm sure then that the clock will continue to run, and it'll be up to Monroe Central whether they want to call a timeout. Again, Barnesville, 3 touchdowns by Tolliver and 1 by Jones thus far in the game. 2 touchdowns in the first quarter and 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. So again, the 3 receivers are to the left, 2 to the right.
Monroe Central very much need a first down here. Keep Barnesville from getting the ball back if possible.
Howe looks downfield.
He's got a man
on the
open.
sideline. A man who makes a catch.
I gotta say, he was out of bounds.
He's out of bounds.
Yep.
Again, the fans on this side cheering madly, but the ball out of bounds. And that will stop the clock at 2:01 and bring up 4th down. looking at the defensive line there, big number 68, Eric Wilson, along with Caden Berry, a couple 300-pound plus defensive tackles in there for the Rocks. Kaiser now punt formation. Kicks away, high, kicks short. Detling takes it about and fumbles it, picks it up at his own 38, and will be swarmed under. Stempert and Stiver, two of the tacklers there. So that's where the Shamrocks will start this possession at their own. See where they put it down, probably about the 39.
Yeah, Detling lucky there that the coverage hadn't got down there yet, and he was able to pick it up and maybe get a yard.
The Shamrocks now with 2 timeouts remaining.
1:50 to go in the first half.
So plenty of time, run or pass. They'll send 3 receivers wide right. At 27-0, this is still an opportunity to work on situations that you're going to need later in the year.
Straight drop back. Francis looking deep. He has thrown it there. He's got a receiver. Did he catch it? Yes, he did.
That's Detling.
Detling really coming on this year.
At about the 25-yard line. About 36 yards.
Yes.
Bicon Services first down. That ball was thrown right on the money.
Yes, it was.
You know, some people, kind of question, Barnesville's passing game, but, they haven't had to pass the ball a lot thus far.
You've got a running game like they have.
And Francis has thrown some very good balls the last couple of weeks.
All right, this will be another pass. He's got a receiver open there. I believe that's Phineas Graham.
And he's going to be down near the 5-yard line at Bicon Services first down. That's going to be about another 20 yards.
Boy, just moving it right down.
Well, of course, it also helps, to hit open receivers when the defensive backs don't guard people. And that's what happened last week, but you've got to be able to put the ball on the money.
Exactly.
So now, we're still 1:12, and the clock now moving after that Bicon Services first down. Shamrocks will be in no hurry. As a matter of fact, they might like to take a couple of plays before they get to the end zone.
Might be surprised if we see running plays here. Yep, this will be a fake. And he's going to lob it over there. He's got somebody open. And
is that Detling?
I'm not sure. Looking our binoculars here.
No, Evan Carpenter.
Evan, okay. And that was a 5-yard touchdown.
3 plays to go 61 yards.
And that's 5 yards, correct?
Correct.
And that was
48 seconds left.
Yep.
Evan Carpenter. And Garcia's kick, high and long. And if they parked any cars down on the practice field, that ball may have come close to a car.
Well, there are some down there, I see.
But Garcia's kick is good. So with 48 seconds left before halftime, 34-0.
All right, we'll take a break and be back after this.
Whether your farm is big or small, Baker & Sons Equipment has what you need to keep it running smoothly. From tractors to balers to spreaders and everything in between. With brands like New Holland, Massey Ferguson, Bush Hog, Kuhn, and Land Pride. Baker & Sons Equipment carries new and used equipment with a well-stocked parts department and factory-trained service technicians to keep your equipment working at its best. Visit Baker & Sons Equipment in Louisville, Ohio, or on the web at www.bakerandsons.com. Like them on Facebook.
High school football
From ABC Sports on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield.
93 BNV.
Back here at Monroe Memorial Park in Woodsfield, where Barnesville is just in the end zone again, 34-0 lead now with 48 seconds remaining in the first half. Evan Carpenter with that touchdown on the 5-yard pass reception from Cole Francis. Becomes the third Shamrock to find the end zone tonight.
Got a couple other scores here. Union Local over Warren 21-0. Indian Valley, wow, they are over Buckeye Trail 54-8 in the second quarter. Woo! Philo over Meadowbrook 19-0. Edison trailing Caldwell 14-7. These are all second quarter scores. St. Clairsville over East Liverpool 28-0.
That scoreboard update and those scores brought to you by Surgeon Construction.
We'll see here. And Bel Air over Cambridge at halftime, 12-7.
Fans of both these teams, as Bel Air was an opponent earlier in the year, the Pettigrew young man for Bel Air, outstanding athlete, broke his leg last week and is out for the year. Rudder up the middle up to about the 30-yard line on this kick return, and he'll go to the ground there.
He was tripped up there by Vince Taylor.
And they'll be at the 31-yard line.
41.6 seconds to go here in the first half. Barnesville ahead 34-0.
See how the Seminoles will choose to handle this, trailing 34-0. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Barnesville still with 2 timeouts. Again, 5 receivers set for the Seminoles, 3 left, 2 right. Rudder and Eng to the right in front of us. Howe takes the snap, wants to run it, gets a short gain of a 2, maybe 3 yards, or he'll be brought down. Austin Armstrong, I believe, one of the tacklers.
Yes.
Pickup of about 3. Clock running. Seminoles would not have to run a play if they don't want to. They're inside 20, clock moving. I think that's going to be it. They're not going to run another play. We're going to go to the locker room with Barnesville leading 34-0 here at Monroe Memorial Park. As the official and Cooper Howe having a little conversation there on that, but I'm sure he's telling the official we're not going to run a play. And that is halftime. Barnesville 34, Monroe Central 0. We'll take a short break, tally up a few stats, and be back with our halftime show right after this. Again, halftime, Barnesville 34, Monroe Central 0. And stay tuned here at halftime. We're going to try to pick up the audio of Hall of Fame announcements here for some former Woodsfield and Monroe Central players. So stay tuned for that. But again, we'll be back after this.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at dutrosauto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap GoodRx, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Huge savings on Dell AI PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors are here, and they're newly designed to help you do more faster. They can generate code, edit images, multitask without lag, draft emails, summarize documents, create live translations, and even extend your battery life. That's the power of Dell AI with Intel inside. Upgrade today by visiting Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Well, played from 1958 to 1961. He was a fullback and defensive back. Number 11, Bud Klein. Class of 1962 to 65, offensive and defensive tackle. Number 64, Joe Shoemaker. Whether running back, defensive back from 73 to 76. Number 20, Tim McGorian. Next fella is here with his grandsons. He was a fullback linebacker, played from 75 to 78. Number 44, Kevin Davis. Not able to be with us, but tackle and linebacker, played in 1980 to 1983. Number 53, Joe Linehauser. This gentleman's here tonight. He was a running back and a linebacker from 1984 to 1987. Another number 44, Greg Shoemaker. A fullback and a linebacker, played from 1988 to 1991. He was number 44, Mike Linehauser. We had a running back safety, played from 1994 to 1997. Not able to be with us tonight, but number 33, Eric Kramer. Also busy coaching tonight. He's a quarterback, played from 1999 to 2002. Number 7, Michael George. This gentleman is here. He's a fullback cornerback, played from 2000 to 2003. Number 44, Gabe Gordon. Also coaching tonight, quarterback, cornerback, played from 2010 to 2013. Number 22, Curtis Nixon. This next gentleman is here. He was a running back and a cornerback, played from 2011 to 2014. Number 20, Levi Brown. This gentleman coached for, I don't know, years and years. Everybody knows him. One of our honorees, Coach C.L. Straw. And he's here somewhere. He's a contributor, and he's contributing. That's why he's not out there. None other than Jerry Calder. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the class of 2025. They will be honored tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock at the Brown Community Center. There are tickets available. If you'll see Cole Harrelson down here on the sideline, number 84, he'll take care of you. So, guys, congratulations.
This is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tonight in High School Football's Halftime Reports. Ironton is the defending Division V state champion, and this evening we'll talk a little Southern Ohio football with Jason Filioff from our Ironton affiliate. Jason joins us next on the Ohio News Network.
Every day, farmers rise before the sun and put everything they have into a job so few can do. Their courage, resilience, and relentless work shape the legacies and future of our country. At Beck's, we're proud to stand alongside those who don't wait to see what the world will do. They act, they lead. They are the difference. Beck's honors your commitment to your land, family, and purpose. And while we can't predict what the future holds, there is one thing we can do to change it, and that's be the difference. Right now, in every decision, and every season.
Friday night, Under the Lights reminds us teamwork, dedication, and community start in our schools. I'm Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wenson, and on behalf of the OEA's 120,000 members, we are proud to sponsor tonight's game and even prouder to support our public schools. Whether it's touchdowns or textbooks, success starts with a strong foundation. From the classroom to the end zone, we believe in every student's potential because in Ohio, public education matters.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
We are presented by Beck's Hybrids. At Beck's, they are and will remain farmers at heart. And welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game. Talking a little Southern Ohio high school football this evening with Jason Filioff from our Ironton affiliate. And Jason, some really good high school football played in your area of the state. Let's begin with the team that you primarily cover, the defending Division V state champion Ironton Tigers. Off to another really good start this season, but I know a tough one tonight against another really good Southern Ohio team in Jackson.
Yeah, both teams are. It's always a hard-hitting game when these two get together. Ironton's off to the 4-0 start, as you said, and last week they handled Canisius out of New York rather handily, 55-21, another running clock there. There were a lot of question marks coming into the season for Ironton. They lost a lot of talented players, especially Sean Terry, who's at Missouri, Josh Johnson, who's at Penn State, and the quarterback Braden Schreck, who was a 3-year starter. But they're playing well. They've got some big wins. They beat Liberty Christian out of Virginia, a two-time defending state champion in Division III there in Virginia, hammered them 42-3. There's still some games down the road. They've got their rival Portsmouth to close out the season, and next week is the big game against Wheeler Wheelersburg, who's undefeated right now. Jackson lost to Wheelersburg 17-7 a week ago, but it's always great to see Ironton Jackson get together, whether it's at Alumni Stadium in Jackson or the Tank in Ironton.
You mentioned Wheelersburg, Jason. They're 4-0. They're facing off with another 4-0 team from down in your area in Lucasville Valley tonight.
Yeah, Valley, surprise team at 4-0 this year. Wheelersburg is one of those teams that just gets better week by week. Rob Woodward always does that with his teams. We've always seen the Ironton-Wheelersburg game open up the football season, but that's been pushed back to week 6 this year. So they'll play next week, and you don't want to peek ahead, especially with the teams they are facing this week. You mentioned Ironton Jackson and Wheelersburg taking on 4-0 Valley. That's a conference game, so that's a huge game for them. But we're looking forward to next week. I'm looking forward to seeing how that one turns out tonight with Wheelersburg and Valley. I think Wheelersburg probably has the advantage, but Valley, again, surprising 4-0 this year, playing really well.
You know, others that are still unbeaten down in your area of the state, Jason, I mean, Notre Dame, Sims Valley, and Eastern all off to great starts.
Yeah, the Division 7, you got to love small school football, don't you, Skip? I mean, you're talking about these teams that these teams just love getting together and playing some smash mouth football. Although Sims Valley, number 3 in Region 27 right now, they throw the ball quite well. Their quarterback, Bronx Carpenter, threw for over 400 yards and 4 touchdowns against South Point Division 5 last week. They are in Region 27. Region 28, of course, with Marion Local, but you've got Notre Dame, who's ranked 2nd. They're undefeated. Eastern is ranked 3rd. They're undefeated. Eastern, of course, hasn't lost a regular season game since 2022. Eastern and Notre Dame play October 10th. So that's going to be a good one. Sims Valley plays Eastern October 3rd, and then Sims Valley plays Notre Dame at home October 17th. So those 3 are going to just battle it out to see who has supremacy in the SOC 1. Just 3 really good small school teams to keep an eye out.
Well, Jason, last thing, somebody asked me about this a couple of weeks ago. Let everybody know about, the annual triple header of early season games that is hosted down there at Tank Stadium with the Ironton Football Classic. I mean, it's become a pretty big deal.
Yeah, this started back in 2022, their first one. They pit it as Ohio versus the USA. So they bring in some of the best teams from the Buckeye State and pit them against teams from outside of the state. I mean, we've seen some tremendous teams over the year. We saw Martinsburg out of West Virginia, who won like 85 straight state championships. I'm exaggerating a bit, but they're really good. DeMatha out of Maryland has been here. Ironton played Buffalo St. Francis last year. And this year, I mean, you had tremendous games with Mount Carmel out of Chicago playing Moeller out of Cincinnati, and Mount Carmel wins that game on a 2-point conversion with no time on the clock, and you had so many Division I players on the field at that time. The second game was Watterson out of Columbus beating Middletown, Delaware, 14-13, another tremendous game. And then Ironton, of course, played Liberty Christian out of Virginia. It's always a tremendous day of football. They start at 1, they go at 1, at 4:30, and 8 o'clock. And they sell 1 ticket if you want to watch all 3 games. And it's just a tremendous gathering. If you love high school football and you love seeing talent like you won't see anywhere else, this is the place to be. So it's usually early in the season, around week 2 at Tanks Memorial Stadium. So go ahead and circle the calendar, Skip, for next year in 2026, and come on down and check that one out.
Jason Filioff from our Ironton affiliate. Jason, thanks for hopping on. You know we love talking Southern Ohio high school football with you, okay?
Happy to do it, Skip.
And we'll be back on the Ohio News Network.
Bex recognizes this week's player with heart, Christopher Kinsey from Cardington Lincoln High School, for his commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
I mean, I've been playing with these kids since I was in 5th grade, so you kind of build like a brotherhood and like the camaraderie that you have, not just about the game, just like kind of life itself, responsibility, knowing where to be. Resilience is a big one too. I feel like I've gained from it.
Lessons in football, lessons in FFA.
The things I learned, and I knew that I wanted to have, like, hopefully maybe an ag background in my life. I've showed livestock since I was, very young, and so it was just kind of a given.
And, of course, the importance of agriculture.
There's family generation farms that, that's their whole life, and agriculture, I mean, that's the stuff that brings your community around. Yeah, I think it's just the most important thing ever. I mean, people underestimate it.
At Bex, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
This is ONN.
Our thanks again to Jason Filioff from our Ironton affiliate for talking some Southern Ohio high school football with us this evening. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football, presented by Bex Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling from the Ohio News Network.
At Doan Ford, your family means the world to us. Our parts and service department work to make sure your family arrives at their destination safely. Our collision department takes pride in getting your family back on the road. Whether you're taking a trip, going grocery shopping, or taking the kids to school, choose Doan Ford. We will be happy to help you. Stop in and see us today for all of your parts and service or collision needs.
For 129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares. Close to home.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
We're back here at Woodsfield, Monroe Memorial Park, where at halftime the Barnesville Shamrocks leading the Monroe Central Seminoles by a score of 34-0. A quick recap. The Seminoles took their ball first as they won the toss, elected to receive, but their opening possession resulted in a fumble recovered by Christian Hannes of the Shamrocks. Barnesville then goes one play, 34 yards, Trey Tolliver for a touchdown just over 2 minutes into the game. Then about 4 minutes left in the quarter, Tolliver, again, a 2-yard run to cap an 8-play, 67-yard drive, and Shamrocks led 14-0 at the end of one quarter. Stayed that way to past the midway point of the second quarter, where Tolliver, again on a 2-yard run, that capped a 7-play, 73-yard drive that was aided by a 15-yard penalty on Monroe Central. Kobe Jones got in the act with about 3 minutes before halftime with a 16-yard run. That was a 3-play, 39-yard drive. And then just in the last minute before halftime, Evan Carpenter, a 5-yard touchdown catch from Cole Francis. That capped a 3-play, 61-yard drive. Luis Garcia kicking 4 extra points. A 2-point conversion attempt failed on one of the scores. So at halftime, 34-0 Barnesville. And Mark, if you've got some individuals.
Yes, we do. Individual scores. Again, if you're just joining us, Barnesville leading right now 34-0 at halftime as we were entertained by the Barnesville Marching Band and now the Monroe Central Marching Seminoles putting on their show. Let's go first with Monroe Central. Cooper Howell, the junior quarterback. He has thrown the ball tonight 17 times, and he's completed 11 of them. Problem is, it is only for 40 yards. He's got 6 completions. Max Demchek. Ing has 1 catch. Kaiser has 4. Rudder 1 catch. Again, for a total of 40 yards. The rushing, Monroe Central only 15 yards rushing. Cooper Howell, from his quarterback position, has 14 of those. And Morris has the other one. I've drawn a blank on the young man's first name. I didn't get his name. But anyway, Morris, 1 yard. So we have 15 yards total. For Barnesville, very equal numbers. Cole Francis, he has thrown the ball 12 times, and he's completed 6 of those. But they were all big plays except for one, and it was a touchdown, a 5-yard touchdown throw to Evan Carpenter. Joel Detling has a catch for 36 yards. Phoenix Graham, 2 catches for 54 yards. Kobe Jones, a 28-yard catch. Trey Tolliver, a 33-yard catch. So passing the ball tonight, Barnesville, 156 yards throwing the ball. Running the ball tonight, Trey Tolliver, of course, leading the way. He's got 3 touchdowns on 13 carries, and he has 90 yards carrying the ball. Cole Francis, the quarterback, only 1 carry, but 31 yards. Kobe Jones, 3 carries for 29 yards, including a 16-yard touchdown, and Evan Wells, 1 carry for 8 yards. So a total of 158 yards rushing, 156 passing, 314 yards from the line of scrimmage for the Shamrocks. Francis was sacked 1 time for 5 yards. Cooper Howell sacked 1 time for 15 yards. Also, Cooper Howell had an interception, so 2 turnovers for the Seminoles, an interception and fumble. Barnesville has had 2 fumbles, and they lost 1 of those. Penalties. Barnesville with 25 yards on 3 penalties. Monroe Central, 20 yards on 2 penalties tonight.
So that's where we are at halftime. Barnesville 34, Monroe Central nothing. Couple minutes away from the teams coming back on the field in the warm-up period. Again, the sponsors for high school football. And here on the Monroe Central and Barnesville games this year, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, WVU Medicine, Barnesville Hospital, Baker & Son Equipment Company, Doan Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Bicon Services, and Dutro Ford, Lincoln, and Nissan. And during the game also, our pregame, which we had coverage of the national anthem, that was tonight performed by Miss Addie McGuire of Monroe Central. It was sponsored by Southeastern Ohio Credit Union. Our end-game kickoffs by Valentine Insurance. Sponsors of all first downs by Bicon Services. Touchdowns, Kemp Insurance Agency. Scoreboard updates, Surgeons Construction. Instant replays by High Street Seneca. And we will award a post-game player of the game for the Shamrocks, sponsored by Dairy Queen of Barnesville. And also tonight, new Barnesville business, Rock's Pizza Shop, excuse me, on Main Street there in Barnesville. Owners Bruce and Danielle Habig, and we will name a defensive player of the game for the Shamrocks and a defensive player of the game for the Seminoles. So, thank you to Bruce and Danielle for sponsoring those today. Bruce, a former player that would have been at Woodsfield back in the day. The Habig family, pretty well known in football over in Monroe County.
And also, while we got a minute here, reminder, the Barnesville Reserve football team will play home tomorrow at 10 a.m. They're playing Indian Creek in that game. Again, at Barnesville at 10 a.m., the Barnesville cross-country team. Also 10 a.m., and they will be at the Caldwell Invitational tomorrow. So several things going on this week, and a busy week next week. And we haven't talked much about next week's opponent, Jeff. George Washington out of Coal City, West Virginia. Very good team from what we understand. A big school.
Yeah, George Washington, located down near Charleston. 2.5-hour drive for them to come to Barnesville. And believe me, they're the number 3 ranked 4A team in West Virginia. They would be 5A in the OVAC. They're 3-0 going into play this weekend. And they're not coming up just to enjoy the Pumpkin Festival. They're coming up to play football. And the Shamrocks will start probably as tough a 5-game stretch, or as challenging a 5-game stretch as they've had in several years. Monroe Central next week. What should be a winnable game is they will travel to Magnolia. And I know most people that would be making that trip are probably here in attendance tonight, but if you know anybody that's making that trip to Magnolia next week for the Seminole game, please be aware that road construction coming off the New Martinsville Bridge, you may want to allow an extra few minutes because traffic, sometimes can be a little difficult at that time of day in New Martinsville anyway. Some traffic patterns have changed. So as you come off the New Martinsville Bridge, there will be construction. So Monroe Central fans need to be aware of that next week.
And while we got a minute, I also want to congratulate the Barnesville golf team. They were runner-up in the OVAC championships yesterday, only 2 strokes behind Wheeling Central. So a very good showing yesterday by the Barnesville golf team. Congratulations to those young men on their performance yesterday. And also Kennedy Little this week in the girls OVAC placed very high, and she was on the all-girls OVAC golf team. So congratulations to her on that.
Okay, we're wrapping up halftime. Let's go ahead then, Brett, and take another short break. We're just a couple minutes away from starting quarter number 3. Barnesville at halftime leading 34-0 over Monroe Central.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. Allwell is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, Allwell.
At Abel's, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work, lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades. We do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Abels.
WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital provides a variety of inpatient and outpatient care close to home. Experience top-tier healthcare and cutting-edge technology and a place where you are more than just a patient, your family. State-of-the-art facilities and a dedicated team of doctors and nurses are committed to providing exceptional care tailored to your needs. All of the skilled professionals use the latest technology to ensure you receive the best care possible. WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital would like to wish good luck to the Barnesville Shamrocks.
Back here, it's third quarter just about to get started. Shamrocks leading the Seminoles 34-0. Barnesville will get the first possession here and start of the third quarter.
And I do want to correct myself. I was wrong. That happens a lot. They do not play the reserves do not play Indian Creek tomorrow. They play Indian Valley. My bad there. So it is still a home reserve game tomorrow against Indian Valley. And Indian Valley, extremely good varsity team this year, one of the better running backs and players in the state. And thank you, Wesley Lewis, for correcting me on that.
Defending state champions.
Yes.
Indian Valley. But Monroe Central has been able to play some JV games this year. I don't think they have a game this week. I think they're 1-2-1 here in the early going. But for years, Monroe Central was not able to field a JV team, and they've been able to do that this year, which is a big advantage to the younger kids. Wyatt Cohen has it teed up at the 40-yard line for this Valentine Insurance kickoff. He has the ball laid flat on the tee and still boots it down there pretty good, down to about the 15-yard line. And across the far side, Wells, I believe.
Yeah, Evan Wells.
And there was a flag also thrown on the play.
Right near about where the tackle was.
Noah Marshall on the tackle for the Seminoles. And it is a holding call against the Shamrocks. So that will back them up 10 yards and put the ball down about the 22-yard line.
That's a fourth penalty now on Barnesville for 35 yards.
And clock is running. As we are under the running clock rule now, as any time the score is over 30-point difference in the second half. Shamrock's first unit looks like offensively still mostly on the field. They'll get a possession or two here in the third quarter.
Trey Tulliver with the carry, and he keeps those legs moving. He will pick up about 15 yards.
That's a Bicon Services first down for Trey Tulliver.
And that will put him now over 100 yards. I believe he's been over 100 yards every game this season, and that will put him over 100.
36-yard line, first down, Shamrock.
So now 105 yards rushing on 14 carries for the junior Trey Tulliver.
And he is averaging over, that puts him up about 700 yards for the year. He's averaging well over 10 yards a carry.
This will be a quick hitter inside. Again, apologize, just couldn't see who it was from up here.
I think it's going to be Jones.
It looks like it's
waiting for them to unpile.
Yes, it is Jones.
At least Kobe's got the ball handing it to the official. Out to about the 38.
Giving 3 yards on that. Kobe Jones now 32 yards on 4 carries, but he has a 16-yard touchdown run.
That big offensive line there of Mac Cassiopo, Braden Byers, Christian Hannes, Dylan Lucas, Gavin Morris, just, big kids do an excellent job. And Braden Byers' dad is a Monroe Central graduate.
Yes. And
there's Tolliver.
Tolliver, and he's going to add on to that big time.
What speed? 62 yards.
And he definitely way over 100 yards now. 62-yard touchdown run. That is his 4th touchdown of the game.
3 plays, 78 yards.
He now has 167 yards rushing. Unofficial.
Luis Garcia on for the point. Again, right
good.
through.
Garcia kicks good. 9:01 remaining in the third quarter.
So 9:01 remaining in the third quarter. Is now Barnesville 41 and Monroe Central nothing. Back with a kickoff.
WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital provides a variety of
Doan Ford is your destination for the ultimate Ford experience. Discover the thrill of the open road in a brand new Ford vehicle. Experience cutting-edge technology and safety features designed with you in mind. Whether it's the versatile Ford Escape SUV, the powerful Ford F-150, or the stylish Ford Bronco, you'll drive away with confidence, knowing you've made the right choice. Quality, service, and trust. That's the Doan Ford experience.
And less than 3 minutes into the second half, Trey Tolliver goes 62 yards for his 4th touchdown of the game, and increasing the Barnesville lead 41-0 over the Seminoles. Luis Garcia will tee it up once again for a Valentine Insurance kickoff. And we mentioned briefly there next week, the Pumpkin Festival in Barnesville and George Washington coming in for the game, and that will be on here on WBNV and on YRP TV. And then in 2 weeks, we'll be back here, or at least I'll be back here for the Monroe Central and Shenandoah game. I'm not sure who I'm not sure who my partner is on that game. I'll have to look that up. Maybe
our director doesn't know.
Maybe Brett doesn't know either. I might be by myself. Valentine Insurance kickoff. Rudder down inside the 10. Across the 25 and runs into traffic, and then there's a flag coming from way off the play.
That was Logan Craker. Again, a nice stick there for the senior. And I'll tell you, that flag was quite a ways away from it. We have a Monroe Central player limping off the field.
And that is Rudder. And there's a face mask call against Barnesville. That will take the ball from the 26. That should take it out to about the 41-yard line. I think the official that was the farthest away from the play threw the flag.
Yeah, was there one right here in front of the Monroe Central bench?
Well, yes, at the 41-yard line.
So good starting position here for the Seminoles. 1st and 10, as you said, on the 41, their own 41.
Again, same formation. And now we see, again, the 3 receivers left, 2 right. Cooper Howell, quarterback, alone in the backfield.
We have seen Howell the last few times go a little bit deeper than what he started the game doing.
Well, the Seminoles would like to get on the board.
Yes.
You never want to get shut out. Howell looking deep, throwing deep downfield. And that ball's going to be well out of bounds. Jack Anderson on the coverage. Gabe Eng was the intended receiver. But the ball landed well out of bounds, incomplete. And as you just mentioned prior to that throw, Seminoles have looked downfield early in the game. There was a lot of short passes, and then your halftime stats there, I think about 11 completions, but only about 40 yards. So you're talking about 3.5 yards of completion on the average for the Seminoles.
They had 2 or 3 there. They lost several yards. That brought that number down too. So again, 5 wide receivers.
Again, same formation. 3 left, 2 right on the receivers. There's that quick out, complete. That's Dimchak. tries to step to the outside, and he'll get a short gain out of bounds over. I'm not sure if he's out of bounds or not, but he's over on the sideline. He's going to pick up 5 yards. Out to the 46.
That's a 7th catch now for Demchek.
3rd down and 5. Flip the formation here. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Ball on the left hash.
Several
play clock running down.
Several new players in there now for Barnesville.
Howe drops, wants to go across the middle. Low throw. I think it's caught. That's Farnsworth. And that's going to be a Bicon Services first down to the 47-yard line.
That's a good catch for Farnsworth. That's his first catch of the game.
7-yard pickup. Bicon Services first down on that completion from Howe to Farnsworth.
And he caught that as he was falling down.
Ball at the 47-yard line. Howe, design run up the middle, has running room, 35, busts through the middle, and he's going all the way to the end zone. Cooper Howe, 47-yard run. That's a 4-play.
That was a design run all the way. Dropped back like he was going to pass and just took off.
4 plays, 59 yards. 47 yards by Howe. Wyatt Cohen would try the extra point. Seminoles on the board, their first touchdown after being shut out last week. And they're getting on the board here now in the 3rd quarter. Cohen to kick, Max Demchek the holder. Kick is high and through. And it's good.
Nice kick.
So with 4:58 left in the 3rd quarter, Barnesville 41, Monroe Central 7.
So
that time of year again, football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
To do this, Valentine Insurance kickoff here by Wyatt Cohen, the senior. But as you said, gives the Seminole fans a little something to cheer about. They didn't get a whole lot to cheer about last week in a 41-0 loss to Caldwell. Cohen approaches our Valentine Insurance kickoff's a line drive. Be bobbled and now picked up across the 25, just brought down near the 30. That's Wells maybe again.
Yes, it is.
Return, Braden Stimpert on the stop for the Seminoles.
Braden Stimpert.
First down, Shamrocks return, 29-yard line.
Evan Wells, just a sophomore.
He's the backup quarterback. We may see him here. If not this possession, we'll see.
Say the ball at the 20, what are we going to call it, the 29-yard line.
No, Barnesville will keep their starters in there as you thought.
So get them another possession, try to cancel out that touchdown.
And that will be Wells as the keeper to the right side.
Graham is on the
Graham,
reception.
okay.
Yeah, pass out to Graham. And he'll be out of bounds. He'll give him 9 yards. Just a quick out there from Francis out to Graham, and he turned it up the sideline there. 2nd down, looks like a short yard.
That's Graham's 3rd catch of the game.
We see Wells come wide left.
And he's looking at Wells, and it is to him. Good coverage there. Is it intercepted? And it is. Nice diving interception there.
Max Dimchak,
okay.
Defender. So put the ball at the 28-yard line for Monroe Central.
Very close call there.
Good coverage by Dimchak as he was inside the receiver and able to make the play. The Seminoles, if they could get on the board again here, could put us back to a normal clock operations.
Clock is stopped right now.
A change of possession.
Yeah. Usually.
And I see there were last possession, you had several white clean jerseys in them for the Shamrocks. They've been replaced by starters at most positions here now. That were running clock at 3 minutes left in the third quarter, 41-7. Obviously, if you're Barnesville, you want to keep the clock on a running clock. Completed pass out wide there, short gain.
That was Dimchak with the catch.
It's Dimchak. We have a flag on the play. It will be a holding call on Monroe Central.
All right, that tackle, even though it's not going to count now, was Hines Ford. And that holding call was on the opposite side of the field from where the ball was thrown.
Now we'll come back to the line of scrimmage. 10-yard step off will bring up a 1st and 20 now for the Seminoles.
18-yard line, 1st down 20.
So now a 2nd and 20 for Monroe Central. Ball on their own. What is that, about the 18?
About the 18-yard line, yep. Howell quick out here for Eng. He'll be hit immediately at about the 20-yard line. He may have a couple of yards. Cole Francis on the tackle. It is Gabe Eng on the reception. Put him at the 21-yard line, pick up a 3. Still 2nd and long.
Needs 17 yards for the 1st down.
I don't think the Seminoles have run a single snap in the game where they've not had 5 wide receivers in the game. Once again, 3 left, 2 right. 3 receivers to the wide side.
This will be a keeper again by
keep
Howell.
The ball, gets across now near the 25-yard line. They'll put him down maybe the 26.
Logan Craker there at the hit.
About the 25. Let's give him 4 yards.
Pick up to the 25-yard line.
It's still 3rd down and some 13 yards to go. That's a designed run.
That's pretty much the same run that he scored the touchdown on.
Yes. Again, playing the play clock run down inside 15. We're inside 35 seconds now on a moving clock here left. This is probably the last play of the quarter. And pass is intercepted. Howell's pass intercepted by Cole Francis. And he's pulling out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And that will give the ball back to the Shamrocks. That is the 2nd turnover, maybe the 3rd turnover for Monroe Central.
2 interceptions and a fumble. But that ball, Howell was playing behind him, and the ball just ahead of his receiver a little bit and went right into Howell's hands. Or not Howell's, excuse me, Francis's hands. The clock did stop on the possession change.
But when the ball was ready for play, I thought it should have.
It's supposed to.
Well, I don't know if he's whistled it ready for play yet.
Yeah, but there was a player from Barnesville that hadn't come in yet. The quarterback, Francis.
And now he whistles it ready for play, and the clock running, and Barnesville will not have to run a play. So we have reached the end of 3 quarters here at Monroe Memorial Park. Barnesville 41 and Monroe Central 7. Back with the 4th quarter after this.
I was sitting in my car, and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood, and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. And on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
High school football from ABC Sports on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield, 93 BNV.
Back here at Monroe Central, we're after 3 quarters. It is Barnesville 41 and Monroe Central 7. Barnesville will have the ball after the Cole Francis interception. The 3rd turnover of the game for Monroe Central. Barnesville has 1, and Barnesville will take over now. They will have their starting group in there to start the 4th quarter with a 1st and 10. The ball on Monroe Central's 30-yard line. Cole Francis under center. And this will be another carry and another touchdown.
I think it's going to be Hines Ford.
Hines Ford with that one, yes.
Hines Ford, the ball carrier.
30-yard touchdown run. And that will make it 47-7.
30 yards.
That's Hines Ford's first carry of the game. Just right over his left guard and tackle.
Garcia, who's 5 for 5, will tee it up one more time. Wells the hold.
Okay, he's got it down. That one's good. So 11 minutes to go, running clock. 48-7, Barnesville. We'll be back after this.
That was pretty short.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
And that 30-yard touchdown run by Hines Ford was a Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown. And technically, that's a Bicon Services first down.
Yes,
also.
It's both, isn't it?
And now we will have another kickoff sponsored by Valentine Insurance in Cambridge. John Valentine, agent. And Garcia will tee it up there at the 40-yard line. Rudder and Stempert, I'm guessing, are deep as they have been.
Now we did see Rudder limp off. I assume he's okay on the last one.
Yes, Rudder is back in there. He did limp off, but he's not back. Garcia's kick, again, very high. Rudder back inside the 10-yard line. It's right up the middle, has some running room across the 30 to the 35-yard line before he's brought down.
A.J. Rudder on the return.
Phoenix Graham with the tackle.
And we're going to get a timeout called. I got the signal right there, my Barnesville. And this will be to get a defensive unit on the field. So timeout Barnesville at 48-7, 10:14 on the clock. Seminoles will have the ball at their own 37-yard line. Yeah, Mark, I think you're going to try to get us some scores.
I'm going to get my phone to cooperate here.
We can have another Surgeon Construction scoreboard update.
Pardon the time here. All right, right now at halftime, St. Clairsville over East Liverpool, 38-0. Philo over Meadowbrook in the 3rd quarter, 26-6. Warren trailing Union Local 35-0 in the 4th quarter. Caldwell now over Edison, 21-10. And Bridgeport over Magnolia, 14-12 at halftime. And we'll see Cambridge trailing Bel Air 18-7 in the third quarter.
Howell takes the shotgun snap, wants to throw downfield. He's going long for Farnsworth. Overthrown and almost intercepted there by Shamrocks. I'm not sure who checked that number, 27?
Yeah, that's Skylar Wirtz, junior defensive back.
He had a chance for an interception there, but as an incompletion. Again, even though an incomplete pass, clock moving. A lot of weight jerseys in here for the Shamrocks defensively. As they have what I would assume is mostly a second unit, maybe a first JV unit in defensively. Quick pass here by Howe, complete. And at the Kaiser, he'll get across the 40 to about the 43-yard line, pickup of about 6 yards.
Jay Canis will knock him out of bounds.
So this will bring up third and about 4.
6-5 on the play, third down 5.
Right now, 16 of 25 for Cooper Howell.
Yeah, good percentage, but just that's not a lot of yards. A lot of, as I say, it's 5 yard and less.
And 2
gains.
interceptions.
And 2 interceptions. Howe again, quick out the other side. That's going to be another interception.
Wow.
And brought down quickly over on the far side there, but that's going to be an interception by
Brody Schaefer. I'll tell you what, Schaefer was just right there. Howe just rushed that one a little bit, I think.
As you say, 4 turnovers now for the Seminoles, 3 on interceptions, and that will give the ball back to Barnesville at the Seminole 37-yard line. And again, a lot of white shirts for the Rocks. 8:38 on the clock, fourth quarter, 48-7. Clock now winding.
And like you said, a lot of new players in there, pretty much an all-first group. And this will be Evan Wells at the quarterback. He's the backup quarterback for the Shamrocks.
I'll try to help you on numbers.
Evan will keep it. He'll be forced down. He's sacked.
Jay Stevens, a freshman, makes the tackle in the backfield.
Wells, a low snap there, and by the time he picked it up, really didn't have time to do anything.
Maybe a 6-yard loss.
Yeah.
6 on the play, second down 16.
Jay Stevens there, no relation. He spells his name wrong. Again, 2nd and 16.
Evan Wells, he'll drop and roll to the right. He's looking deep. His pass is incomplete, excuse me. I think that was intended for Ridge Holiday.
Or maybe Jackson Swallow.
Yeah,
was kind of in between the two of them. Incomplete pass nonetheless.
Try to get some of these other names in there. I see Cole Atkinson in there.
See some, Monroe Central also running a few new bodies in.
Knox Mackin, a freshman. We called his name several times last week.
Third down, 16.
I formation. Pass, this will be a screen play. And he'll pick up some decent yardage. And if you can see who that is in your binoculars, Jeff, on the far side of the field from us.
I'm still looking. Yes.
Evan Carpenter, okay.
Thank you, Lance.
Yeah.
On the PA.
It took them a minute to figure it out, too. That's his second catch.
Down at the 37-yard line.
He actually had a touchdown in the first half, Evan did.
Picks up the 6 yards that was lost on the first down play, 4th and 10.
Of course, they will go for it with this score in the field position.
It's going to be now 4th and 5 because Monroe Central jumped into the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty.
35 yards now in penalties for the Seminoles on 4 penalties. And like you said, that'll make it now a 4th and 5. one of the defensive linemen on the far side jumping off sides.
Clock moving still, just over 5.5 minutes left in this game. Barnesville leading 48-7. Fourth and about 5 for the Rocks.
Evan Wells will go back into the shotgun. 2 backs on each side of him. Snap back, he's looking deep, and he's going to carry it, and he will be brought down. He will not get the first down. He'll lose about a yard on that, and Monroe Central will take over now with the football.
Drew Londefelt made the play that brought him Wells down.
So 1st and 10 for Monroe Central on their own 33-yard line. The clock will stop with the change of possession.
Until they mark the ball ready for play. And now it is moving inside 5 minutes. Seminoles kind of late getting a player on the field. Jaden Brown, who come on the field late, is a wide receiver to the left. A
Fumble.
handoff, fumble.
I think one of the running backs on the exchange there did recover his own fumble.
Kaysen Rice, the ball carrier, number 22, Kaysen Rice. And so no gain on the play. Noah Marshall into the huddle now with the play from the side. He was probably taking the snaps there from as quarterback. He went over to get the play. Yeah, Marshall is the quarterback now with this group for the Seminoles. Handoff to Rice, right side, surges forward for some positive yardage, and a late flag goes in.
Kaysen Rice, the ball carrier.
Plays up to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, gain of about 4 yards, but we'll see what the penalty is.
Or the 38-yard line, yes. And we'll see what the call. I did not see a face mask against Barnesville. So that will be a step off, and that will result in a Bicon Services first down.
Jeff, I think that's the 3rd or 4th face mask call we've had tonight for both teams.
Maybe only seen a couple all year.
Yeah.
And I've worked 3 games the first 4 weeks, and I can only recall maybe a couple of face mask calls. And I'm going to tell you that's maybe the 4th tonight.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
But the ball now out at the 48-yard line in Barnesville territory. Seminoles now patient at the line.
.23 to go on the
handoff to
just Rice again.
Rice again. He'll get forward for about 4 yards. Maybe 5.
Holiday with the tackle. We've mentioned his name a couple times in this series.
We're now down to 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the moving clock. It is 2nd down and about 6. Rice once again. He's going to be just short of the first down off the right side. He's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Put him down there close to the 38 or 39, about the 39-yard line.
Give him about 3 yards on that carry. That'll bring up a 3rd and 2.
3rd down 2.
Just over 90 seconds remaining in the game. 48-7 Barnesville. Again, we'll be on the air next week. George Washington from down Charleston, West Virginia, against the Shamrocks in Barnesville.
Might be a battle of 2 undefeated teams.
Good
depending
chance.
on what George Washington does tonight.
Marshall tosses. This is Rice once again. Tries to cut up.
Ooh.
High tackle, and I think we're going to get yet another face mask call.
Yeah. We could see that from up here.
Rice, the ball carrier. Brought down by Cole Atkinson.
He did not have the first down, but the penalty yardage will make a Bicon Services first down. Not much, maybe no gain on the play.
24-yard line.
I tell you, Barnesville now 80 yards in penalties. At least 3 of those face mask calls.
And sometimes that's going to happen.
Yeah.
On that. And again, a couple of the penalties here is with your second unit, but still you don't want those kids committing penalties either. Less than 30 seconds. This could be our final play of the game. Marshall now shotgun. He's going to keep off the right side. Breaks a couple tackles and gets inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. Pick up about 6 yards, and that's going to do it. And we have reached the last 5 seconds. Clock running down. Final score, Barnesville 48 and Monroe Central 7. Shamrocks go to 5-0, their 41st consecutive regular season win. Seminoles falling to 1-4. Shamrocks next week at home against George Washington. Seminoles on the road at Magnolia. We'll be back in just a couple of moments, give you some final numbers. Once again, final score, Barnesville 48 and Monroe Central 7.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at dutrosauto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford Lincoln Nissan.
Whether your farm is big or small, Baker & Sons Equipment has what you need to keep it running smoothly. From tractors to balers to spreaders and everything in between, with brands like New Holland, Massey Ferguson, Bush Hog, Kuhn, and Land Pride. Baker & Sons Equipment carries new and used equipment with a well-stocked parts department and factory-trained service technicians to keep your equipment working at its best. Visit Baker & Sons Equipment in Louisville, Ohio, or on the web at www.bakerandsons.com. Like them on Facebook.
For 129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares. Close to home.
WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital provides a variety of inpatient and outpatient care close to home. Experience top-tier healthcare and cutting-edge technology, and a place where you are more than just a patient, your family. State-of-the-art facilities and a dedicated team of doctors and nurses are committed to providing exceptional care tailored to your needs. All of the skilled professionals use the latest technology to ensure you receive the best care possible. WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital would like to wish good luck to the Barnesville Shamrocks.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. Allwell is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, all well.
High school football from ABC Sports on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield, 93 BNV.
Back here at Monroe Memorial Park, where the Barnesville Shamrocks have posted a 48-7 win over the Monroe Central Seminoles, moving to 5-0 on the year. This one was all Seminoles from the start. Monroe Central fumbling on their initial possession, and quickly the Shamrocks into the end zone. In the first half, we had 3 Trey Tolliver touchdowns covering 34 yards, 2 yards, and 2 yards. Luis Garcia kicking the extra point after the first 2. A try for 2 failed after the third touchdown. Kobe Jones added a 16-yard run in the late second quarter, and Evan Carpenter a 5-yard touchdown catch from Cole Francis. Garcia kicking 2 extra points there, and it was 34-0 Barnesville at the half. And early third quarter, Trey Tolliver got his 4th touchdown of the game on a 62-yard run. Garcia's kick made it 41-0. Seminoles get on the board there late third quarter with Cooper Howe, a 47-yard run. Wyatt Cohen's extra point kick made it 41-7. And after a Monroe Central turnover, Hines Ford ran 30 yards for the final touchdown of the game and the opening play of the fourth quarter with Garcia's kick. Garcia is now 6 of 6, and I think that puts him at 18 of 18 for the year on that. So that made it a final score of 48-7. One more time here on our sponsors as Mark finishes up some of the numbers here. Our pregame national anthem, which we brought to you live coverage of, sponsored by Southeastern Ohio Credit Union, and that was singing that tonight was Monroe Central sophomore Addie McGuire. Our in-game kickoffs were sponsored by John Valentine Insurance. First downs by Con Services. Our touchdowns by Kemp Insurance Agency. Scoreboard updates through Surgeon Construction. Video instant replays by High Street Seneca. We will give a post-game award here, player of the game, sponsored by Dairy Queen of Barnesville, to a Shamrock player, and also a Monroe Central defensive player and a Barnesville defensive player, sponsored by Rock's Pizza, and Bruce and Danielle Habig sponsoring that as they have opened a new business there in Barnesville. Also tonight's sponsors, Dutro Ford, Lincoln Nissan, Bicon Services, West 40 Auto Sales, Village Hardware and Rental, Doane Ford, Baker & Son Equipment Company, WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Abel's Electric Heating and AC, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, and Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. And again, thank you to all those people for helping us sponsoring and helping us bring you high school football every Friday night of this season. Again, our final score tonight was Barnesville 48-7. Maybe we've got a few people tuned in as their drive back to Barnesville or home here in the county, Monroe Central tonight. They're waiting anxiously, Mark Brown, for your numbers.
Well, let's go Monroe Central first. Cooper Howe tonight threw the ball 26 times. He completed 16 of those, although he did have 3 interceptions. Also, he was sacked 1 time for 15 yards. Demchek had 7 catches tonight, but only 16 yards. Corbin Farnsworth, 8 yards on 1 catch. Gabe Ein, 8 yards on 1 catch. Kaiser tonight, 5 catches, 36 yards, and Rudder 1 catch for 10. So passing tonight for Monroe Central, 78 yards. And very close, they kept it balanced, 79 yards rushing tonight. Cooper Howe, the quarterback, 65 yards on 7 carries, including a 47-yard touchdown run. Tonight also, Gason Rice had 4 carries for 8 yards, and Marshall 1 carry for 6. So 79 yards rushing, 78 passing, 157 yards tonight from the line of scrimmage. As we say, Cooper Howe was sacked 1 time for 15 yards, and penalties only 4 tonight for Monroe Central for 35 yards. They also had, as we said, 4 turnovers tonight, 3 interceptions, and a fumble for Monroe Central. And I know at least 2 of those Barnesville took advantage and scored points. For Barnesville tonight, Cole Francis tonight, 7 of 14 throwing the ball. He was picked off 1 time, and he was sacked 1 time for 5 yards. Detling tonight, 1 catch for 36 yards. Phoenix Graham, 3 catches for 63. Kobe Jones, a catch for 28. Trey Tolliver, a catch for 33. And Evan Carpenter, 2 catches for 11 yards, including a 5-yard touchdown catch. So passing tonight, 171 yards in passing. Also, Evan Wells threw the ball one time. It was incomplete. Rushing tonight, Cole Francis, quarterback, only ran the ball one time, but for 31 yards. Kobe Jones, 4 carries tonight, 32 yards, including a 16-yard touchdown. Heinz Ford, 1 carry for 30 yards, and it was a touchdown. Evan Wells tonight, 3 carries tonight for 1 yard. And Trey Tolliver tonight carried the ball 15 times for unofficially 167 yards and 4 touchdowns. So he keeps his average well over 100 yards per game. Again, 167 yards rushing tonight on 15 carries and 4 touchdowns for Trey Tolliver. So tonight for the Shamrocks, 261 yards in rushing, 171 passing, 432 yards tonight from the line of scrimmage for the Shamrocks. They had 2 turnovers, a fumble, and an interception. And one thing tonight I think will probably concern Coach Allen somewhat tonight. Barnesville penalized 7 times tonight for 80 yards. And at least 3 of those, maybe 4, were face mask penalties. But anyway, Barnesville goes to 5-0 on the season. And Monroe Central falls to 1-4. The final score, Barnesville 48 and Monroe Central 7. Jeff, our special awards.
For the Monroe Central player, the defensive player of the game, we're going to go with Lucas Stiver. The senior recovered a fumble there for that was the only Barnesville. That was one of 2 Barnesville turnovers.
One interception,
but that fumble recovery, so we'll go Lucas Stiver as the Monroe Central player of the game. This is for a $25 certificate from Rock's Pizza in Barnesville. New owners opening that business, Bruce and Danielle Habig. That is the Rock's Pizza on Main Street, right, in Barnesville on that. And our Barnesville defensive player of the game, we're going to go with junior Christian Hannes. He recovered the fumble on the Monroe Central's opening possession that led to a opening touchdown, and everything kind of rolled from there.
Yeah, several tackles. Also the starting center. I don't remember any bad snaps tonight. So a good game, as always, by Christian Hannes, the junior lineman for the Shamrocks.
And our Dairy Queen Barnesville player of the game, then we're going to go with the Barnesville quarterback, Cole Francis. And the numbers there, I'm not sure exactly what you all.
7-14 tonight for 171 yards passing, and he rushed 1 time for 31 yards.
So a good night there by Cole Francis, who you can see him becoming more and more comfortable,
yes.
Behind center. We give that earlier in the year to Trey Tolliver. Sorry, Trey. 4 touchdowns wasn't good enough to get you the award tonight.
We like to spread those things out.
But a team win for Barnesville, and you'll take care of those the Barnesville players, and I'll get this one to Monroe Central's Lucas Stiver, and we'll go from there. So that's about all I got here. All Barnesville tonight. It's kind of what we expected. 48-7 victory by the Shamrocks. They moved to 5-0, and as I mentioned earlier during our halftime, Shamrocks about to enter into a 5-game stretch here, which is probably as challenging as any they have faced in recent years. George Washington next week is the huge school that's worth Division II points in Ohio, and they would be 5A in the OVAC. They're a big school, making the 2.5-hour trip up from Charleston, followed by a Thursday night game at Wheeling Central, which is played at Wheeling University, back home to play Lindsley, and then the neutral site game at Marietta College against Independence, who is the number 1 rated team in AA in the state of West Virginia, and of course the tail-end Week 10 game against Union Local.
And Union Local winning again big tonight.
Union Local is having a fine year.
Yes, they are.
So that about wraps it up from here.
All right, a reminder again, reserve game tomorrow for Barnesville at home against Indian Valley at 10 a.m. Again, your final score tonight, Barnesville 48 and Monroe Central 47. Good night, everyone.
You've been listening to High School Football, a presentation of ABC Sports on WBNV, Barnesville Woodsfield's 93 BNV.